Instantaneous velocity and speed. The average velocity tells us how fast an object has been moving over a given time interval, but does not tell us how fast it moves at different instants of time during that interval. For this, we define instantaneous velocity, or simply velocity v, at an instant t. The velocity at an instant is defined as the limit of the average velocity as the time interval delta t becomes infinitesimally small. In other words, v equals limit delta x by delta t as delta t tends to 0, which equals dx by dt, where the symbol limit delta t tends to 0 stand for the operation of taking limit as delta t tending to 0 of the quantity on its right. In the language of calculus, the quantity on the right hand side of the equation 3.3a is the differential coefficient of x with respect to t and is denoted by dx by dt. See appendix 3.1. In the rate of change of position with respect to time at that instant, we can use equation 3.3a for obtaining the value of velocity at an instant either graphically or numerically. Suppose that we want to obtain graphically the value of velocity at time t equals 4 seconds, that is at point P, for the motion of car represented in figure 3.3. The figure has been redrawn in figure 3.6, choosing different scales to facilitate the calculation. Figure 3.6, determining velocity from position time graph. Velocity at t equals 4 seconds is the slope of the tangent to the graph at that instant. Let us take delta t equals 2 seconds entered at t equals 4 seconds. Then, by the definition of the average velocity, the slope of line P1, P2 in figure 3.6 gives a value of average velocity over the interval 3 seconds to 5 seconds. Now, we decrease the value of delta t from 2 seconds to 1 second. Then line P1, P2 becomes Q1, Q2 and its slope gives the value of the average velocity over the time interval 3.5 seconds to 4.5 seconds. In the limit delta t tends to 0, the line P1, P2 becomes tangent to the position time curve at the point P, and the velocity at t equals 4 seconds is given by slope of the tangent at that point. It is difficult to show this process graphically, but if we use numerical method to obtain the value of the velocity, the meaning of the limiting process becomes clear. For the graph shown in figure 3.6, x equals 0.08 t cube. Table 3.1 gives the value of delta x by delta t calculated for delta t equal to 2 seconds, 1 second, 0.5 seconds, 0.1 seconds, 0.01 seconds, centered at t equals 4 seconds. The second and third column gives the value of t1 equals t minus delta t by 2 and t2 equals t plus delta t by 2, and the fourth and the fifth columns gives the corresponding values of x, that is x of t1 which equals 0.08 t1 cube and x of t2 which equals 0.08 t2 cube. The sixth column lists the different delta x equals x of t2 minus x of t1, and the last column gives the ratio of delta x and delta t, that is the average velocity corresponding to the value of delta t listed in the first column. We see from table 3.1 that as we decrease the volume of delta t from 2 seconds to 0.01 second, the value of average velocity approaches the limiting value 3.84 meter per second, which is the value of velocity at t equals 4 seconds, that is the value of delta x by delta t at t equals 4 seconds. In this manner, we can calculate velocity at each instant for motion of car shown in figure 3.3. For this case, the variation of velocity with time is found to be as shown in figure 3.7. Figure 3.7, velocity time graph corresponding to the motion shown in figure 3.3. The graphical method for the determination of instantaneous velocity is always not a convenient method. For this, we must carefully plot the position time graph and calculate the value of average velocity as delta t becomes smaller and smaller. It is easier to calculate the value of velocity at different instants if we have data of positions at different instants or exact expression for the position as a function of time. Then we calculate delta x by delta t from the data for decreasing the value of delta t and find the limiting value as we have done in table 3.1, or use differential calculus for the given expression and calculate delta x by delta t at different instants as done in the following example. Table 3.1 Limiting value of delta x by delta t at t equals 4 seconds. If delta t equals 2 seconds, then t1 equals 3 seconds, then t2 equals 5 seconds, then x of t1 equals 2.16 meter, x of t2 equals 10 meter, delta x equals 7.84 meter, delta x by delta t equals 3.92 meter per second. If delta t equals 1 second, then t1 equals 3.5 seconds, t2 equals 4.5 seconds, x of t1 equals 3.43 meter, x of t2 equals 7.29 meter, delta x equals 3.86 meter, delta x by delta t equals 3.86 meter per second. If delta t equals 0.5 seconds, t1 equals 3.75 seconds, t2 equals 4.25 second, x of t1 equals 4.21875 meter, x of t2 equals 6.14125 meter, delta x equals 1.9225 meter, delta x by delta t equals 3.845 meter per second. If delta t equals 0.1 second, t1 equals 3.95 second, t2 equals 4.05 second, x of t1 equals 4.93039 meter, x of t2 equals 5.31441 meter, delta x equals 0.38402 meter, delta x by delta t equals 3.8402 meter per second. Delta t equals 0.01 second, then delta t1 equals 3.995 second, t2 equals 4.005 second, x of t1 equals 5.100824 meter, x of t2 equals 5.139224 meter, delta x equals 0.0384 meter, delta x by delta t equals 3.8400 meter per second. From figure 3.7, we note that during the period t equals 10 seconds to 18 seconds, the velocity is constant. Between period t equals 18 seconds to t equals 20 seconds, it is uniformly decreasing, and during the period t equals 0 second to t equals 10 seconds, it is increasing. Note that for uniform motion, velocity is the same as the average velocity at all instants. Instantaneous speed, or simply speed, is the magnitude of velocity. For example, a velocity of plus 24.0 meter per second and a velocity of minus 24.0 meter per second both have an associated speed of 24 meter per second. It should be noted that though average speed over a finite interval of time is greater or equal to the magnitude of the average velocity, instantaneous speed at an instant is equal to the magnitude of instantaneous velocity at that instant. Why so?